Uh, yeah, yeah, uh.
Alright, we're back for round 3 of Modern. We have a scam mirror match between the two 2-0s. And you're getting solo bolo coverage from Isaiah. I'm expecting a very boring matchup, but typically for the mirror match, it's really just actually curving out, like playing a turn 1 Ragavan into a turn 2 Dalsy, then hopefully turn 3 you curve out a Pyro or a Fable the Mirror Breaker, and then you just hard cast your elementals. Um, you play it kind of like a rock matchup, like your hand hates, like early hand hate's not really the greatest. You kind of want to feel like you want to sideboard it out because it'll get to the point where you top deck Dot Seasons and it sucks, but because you're playing Season Pyros and Fable, you're fine. You guys are good. Alright, let's see. Opening hands here for Isaac Parker and Thomas Brooks. Thomas Brooks has 1 land, but he has 2 Douthies and a Monkey, a Grief, and a Seasoned Pyromancer. Isaac Parker is sitting on, looks like 1 land as well, with a Grief, and I know Gleason Monkey, Fable, Seasoned Pyromancer, Fury. No, he's got 2 lands. So I expect him to follow up with Land Monkey as well. And then if you're Brooks, hopefully you just top deck a land. A land or a Fury. If you get Fury, you get to clear the Monkey out of the way. And you get to connect, make a treasure, and cast your Douthie on curve. Or if you top deck a land, you cast Douthie on curve anyway. Surprised he didn't fire, Thomas Brooks didn't fire off Grief off the start, considering he knew he kept the 1 lander and that he needs to make sure his Monkey can connect. He finds the land, so he gets to cast Douthie on curve now.
Are you ready for?
So we see the hard cast Douthie, he swings in with Monkey. Isaac happily trades because he's up on cards and he's hitting his land drop next turn for sure. And he's sitting on Fury, so he's not too worried about this Douthie. He can't do the scam thing, of course. That's not what you're looking to do in this matchup. Your Isaac, you just jam your Delphi. Here you go. See, Thomas gets a terminate. Terminate off the top's good. Isaac is going to be looking in a really good spot though because he gets to cast a Fable next turn. Ooh, I don't know about this play. I don't think the monkey is worth it. I think you just wanted to keep Delphi as a unblockable 3/2. You're Isaac, you just go land, and you slam a Fable. It's easy as that. Life totals are 14 all at the moment as well. No. You should have done Fable because you wanted to keep a card in your hand. You don't care about keeping the monkey, but you'd rather have a grief in your hand still. He gets a Delphi, he top decked his own Fable. If you're Thomas, you're hoping to top deck a Fury or just a land. Fury would clear the Pyro, exiling under Delphi, letting him cast the Delphi to hunt for other things. Isaac Parker top decked a land and is staring at his hand again, looking at this season Pyro that he shouldn't cast. Should this cast the Fable? Because the Fable makes a token that makes a treasure that makes it so you can hard cast the 2 Furies sitting in his hand. If you cast Pyro now, you have to discard Fury, or Fury Fable, and you could just hit 2 lands, and that sucks. Let's cast the Fable. Nope. This is a terrible play, because he's discarding a Fury now, and he could discard double Fury or Fury Fable. You discard Fury Fable here, but you should have just cast the Fable. Yeah, nice. That Fury gets exiled under Delphi. He draws Grief, Blackleaf. 2 cards that are absolutely really bad right now. When you could have just cast a Fable and planned to hard cast your Fury next turn. Instead, he just gave Thomas books of Fury for free for no reason. Now Thomas is happy to just go sack Delphi, cast this Fury. I think he's thinking about maybe doing the Fable. The Fury is just too good. But note, if you were in Isaac's spot, just cast Fable the Mirror Breaker over these season Pyros. It's not the right time to cast the Pyros. He chooses to cast Fury. I assume he goes after the 3 elementals. Oh no, he goes after the season. The reason getting after the season's a little risky is because it's a scam mirror match, and Isaac could have had a scam spell there. Your Isaac does hardcast your grief. Play land hardcast grief. No, it's easy. That is a fetch land. That is a fetch land. There you go. The right get is a basic mountain because you're playing Blood Moons and you want to have double black, and it's less easier in life total. Also, I think the deck only plays 2 Blood Crypts anyway. If you are Isaac, you take his. I think the right get is the Fable. Because if you leave him with Season, he's forced to just discard those 2 non-lands in his hand if he wants to cast it. And he's 2 cards off Grief, so you never take Grief. Alright, now he casts Fable. But he gets rewarded. He pitched a Fury and then drew another Fury. Yeah. You kill the Fury. Attack with Grief. You're supposed to attack with Grief there. After Thomas, you discard your Grief. There you go. It's Undying Eagle. That's an awkward card here. It's good for when he flips his Fable because he can scam it back. But not too much other than that. Swing in with that, make a treasure. Value. The thing's basically a Ragavan. Yeah, let's just jam our another Fury because. Number 3 knife totals are now 11 all. He got the Fury. He's 1 mana off casting his own Fury. Any red card off the top is a good top deck for Thomas now, but he's gonna get Thoughtseize on his turn, unfortunately. 3 just pass. He can't do anything. Double Thoughtseize. Why not? Sometimes you just draw better. Oh, he's letting it go. Or is he scamming it? I think he's gonna scam it. No, he's hoping to top deck a red card off the top, but he's about to get Thoughtseize. And that'll be a concession, probably. Don't use your other Thoughtseize. You already know what the card is. It's not going to do anything. You want to save your Thoughtseize for in case he top decks another Fury. Because you can't cast it and you can gank it. No. It does nothing. You just shocked yourself. I mean, you're already in a good spot, but it's not a play you want to make. Why not? 3 Thoughtseizes. Yeah. Thomas is good bringing in his Omnixuses. First is another good card in the matchup. Fatal Push is okay. Fatal Push doesn't really hit too much unless you trigger Revolt. The cards to take out are your Bloodmoons and your K commands. So it's 3 cards out. And then you can trim a Thoughtseize or a Scan Spell. My openers. Bolt, Blackleaf. Oh, he brings in Hidatsugu Consumes All. That's a card you should never bring in the mirror. It doesn't do anything. He's got land, Hidatsugu, Ragavan, Dalthy, another land. A card in the middle I can't see. Thomas has an interesting spot. I think he's keeping it. He's hoping to top like a black card because you don't want to do the turn 1 Fury really against a Scam Mirror because they can just play Fury or Terminate in response and it'd just be bad for you. But if you get the Grief, you get to rip their hand apart. But other than that, he's got turn 1 Monkey and he's got 3 monkeys in his hand. Isaac's hand number 2. He's got Fury, Land, Ragavan, Land, Thoughtseize, Pyro. I think you keep this for sure, and then I think you pitch Thoughtseize. He pitches land. Scam plays only 20 lands, so pitching your 3rd land is pretty risky. Oh, he's rewarded anyway though. Playing a 5th of his lands, 20% of his deck within 7 cards. This is where Thomas can. He either goes for the. I think you just go for the trade. I don't think you waste a Fury to clear the way for your monkey. I think you just attack in and trade, and then play a new monkey. Actually, he can Grief now too. A 2nd main phase. Yep, just read Grief. Oh, I would have griefed. Your opponent mulliganed and had a 1-drop. He was low. He had a pretty low card hand. Griefing would have been really good. This is why Thoughtseize feels pretty bad. I mean, he knows he gets to see how risky Tomes' hand was. If you're Isaac here, you probably take the Scam Spell. No, now you're about to get griefed. You just saw it. Now these other 2 cards in your hand mean nothing because you took Fury. Chonkin for 2. Like at this rate, you should have just killed the monkey by pitching your Season and Fury. You're Thomas, you don't greed for the season, you just play your grief. Put your opponent on no cards. Wow. It's the same way it works. It just comes down with the counter. So it comes in untapped, unlike the other ones. Oof. Didn't even fetch at end step. Looks like we'll be seeing a game 3. Oh, he gets the full value. You don't do it yet. You should that's whatever. You should attack with Ragavan first so you can cast something you steal from your opponent if you get something that you can cast. Let's see. Isaac down 8, so he is dead on board next turn. What's he get? He gets a scam spell. Right. We will be seeing game 3. This is game 2 over. If you're Isaac here, you should take out your Hidetsugu Consumes All. Because its first mode only hits Fable Token, Ragavan, and Treasures. The second mode's not going to catch anything relevant except for maybe discarded Season Pyros because Sorcery Speed Exile is not good against Scam. And then once you played it on turn 3, maybe by turn 5, you'll have a 3/3 that can't attack yet. It's really not good. It'd be better off as another land even. Alright, openers. For Isaac, we have Bloodstain. Looks like 6 lands in a season. You pitch it. Thomas has Thoughtseize, K Command, Grief, Monkey, land. This is much better on the draw as well. We've got a comfortable 3 lands and spells. Thoughtseize on the draw versus your scam opponent on the play that's taking a mulligan is going to be really good. Because if he keeps a 6 and he plays land, he goes down to 5 cards. And then you Thoughtseize him down to 4. And you kept 7, so you're at 8. You'd be at 6 to 4 cards. You'd be 2 cards up. Alright, land, Fury, Scam Spell, Hiratsugu, Ragavan, Season Pyro. And I can't see what the last card is. Oh, to terminate. Yep, this Thoughtseize that's sitting in Thomas's hand is looking even better now. Because now he's mulling the 5, which means Thomas will be up by 3 cards. Of course, Isaac could get a 5 card turn 1 Grief You Twice hand, which would be really good. So it's still a possibility, but if he doesn't have hand hate turn 1, then the Thoughtseize is just going to tear him apart. So he's got Hiratsugu, Fury, Thoughtseize, Pyro, Grief, a land. Punished really hard here. You just probably keep it anyway. I don't know, going to 4 is pretty rough. Unless you get the perfect scam 4. Like, I mean, you get to draw 7, so you'd pitch 3 back, but you could have land, Grief, black card, scam spell. Oh, he keeps the Hiratsugu in his hand of all cards, too. The card does nothing. He's gonna go down to 15 because he's gonna Thoughtseize. There's no way he's gonna have a basic land here, too. Why are you grabbing a basic? You have 1 land. And all your red cards do shit. If you top deck only black sources for the rest of the game, you're just in a terrible spot. You make sure when you keep this 1 laner, you fetch for a Blood Crypt. You don't really care about your life total that much. You take Thoughtseize here. Yep. If you're Thomas here, you have 6 cards in your deck that if you top deck, you just win the game. And they're called Undying Evil or Feign Death. Those win you the game right now. Because you'd be able to do the turn 1 grief thing. That was wrong. Now you're about to get that seized. Or even better yet, you could get scammed. Oh, you got a grief. Well, you start off with the thought seize, and if there's something important, then you go off with grief. But if you're Thomas and you thought seize here and you get to see Isaac's hand, you're just a happy person because you know you won the game. Yep. Then you take Fury or Season Pyro. You probably take the Fury. The reason I say that is because if you play a creature, he could pitch something the Fury to kill it, whereas the Season Pyro he's just never casting. No, you don't need to do that. Just pass. You know he's stuck on 1 land. What's he gonna play? Yeah. Land in Season Pyromancer. No, why would you do this? It doesn't accomplish anything. Take the Fury though. Don't take Terminate or Heat it too. Those cards are bad. Let's take the bad card. Cool. Because now when you play this Pyro, he's just gonna pitch one of these cards in the Fury to kill the board you made. And then you just discarded both. You just discarded your hand and potentially drew 2 lands. It's just a really bad play. Unless he's planning on like pitching Grief again, going to 1 Pyro in hand and then just straight up drawing 2. So you pitch Grief, now you get to take the Fury, and then you play Season Pyro to draw 2 cards, but you don't get dudes. But it's 2 free cards, kind of. Alright. Shocked it in, so I can only assume he's gonna Grief again. So this is interesting. I don't know what his thought process is here anymore. Return Grief, shock you or make you discard. It's a funny play. Ooh, you got Nixos. You a dashed monkey. Oh, you get to cast a free Douthly. Yes, please. Oh, you got removal. Don't, no. Not yet. No, you kill the monkey. You wait to kill the monkey. Now you're about to get smacked by a monkey again, probably. Unless you top decks the land and you're gonna get griefed. Because he knows you're on Terminate Fury. Oh, never mind. He's just gonna do the scam grief thing, even better. Oh, he could have dashed the monkey still. What's he doing? He could have had that bolt. He missed a free monkey dash. Now his grief gets bolted off the top. Alright, land off the top, please. No. Should have done this last turn. I just cast the monkey. Yeah. No, just cast it. Can you keep it out there? And you got a hearse. Alright, he gets another free monkey swing, and now he's at season pyro mana. Oh, K command. You don't really need it. You're just trying to end the game now before you potentially give your opponent a way to top deck their way out of it. Yeah, I don't understand why he's casting K command. And that's it. Well, that'll conclude our 6 o'clock Modern FNM. There will not be a 10 o'clock. We will be closing early due to the energy in Chicago tomorrow. But hopefully we catch you guys next week. Otherwise, have a good one.